Have you noticed your body rejecting what it used to crave? Your chest feels heavy in gossip circles. You cancel plans just to avoid noise. Even your energy shifts around certain people. This is how the body of the chosen one silently changes during a spiritual awakening, and 90% miss the signs. Don't ignore what your soul is trying to tell you. Feeling disconnected from what once excited you. Many people experience a gradual sense of detachment from activities, relationships, or hobbies that once brought them joy. This shift often happens subtly. Conversations begin to feel forced, humor no longer resonates, and social interactions leave you emotionally drained. What was once engaging now feels like an obligation, and the effort to maintain enthusiasm becomes exhausting. This disconnection can manifest in various ways. You might decline social invitations not because of a busy schedule, but because the thought of engaging feels overwhelming. Even small gatherings, which used to energize you, now seem loud and exhausting. The things that once sparked excitement, whether creative projects, favorite hobbies, or meaningful conversations, now feel dull or meaningless. Several factors could contribute to this emotional withdrawal. Stress, burnout, or unresolved emotions may dull your ability to experience pleasure. Mental health challenges like depression or anxiety can also create a sense of detachment. Alternatively, personal growth may lead to shifting priorities, making old interests feel less fulfilling. Recognizing this disconnection is the first step toward addressing it. Reflecting on what has changed, whether internally or externally, can help identify the cause. Reconnecting with yourself through self-care, therapy, or simply allowing space for rest may reignite lost passions. Sometimes this phase signals a need for change, guiding you toward new sources of fulfillment. Discomfort with gossip and backbiting. Gossip and backbiting were once seen as harmless social habits, but now you feel a deep unease when engaging in them. What used to feel like casual conversation now leaves you with a sense of guilt, a heaviness in your chest, a knot in your stomach. You no longer find pleasure in discussing others' flaws or misfortunes, realizing how toxic such talk can be. Islam strongly condemns backbiting, ghibah, comparing it to a horrific act. The Quran, 49:12, warns, "Do not spy or backbite one another. Would any of you like to eat the flesh of your dead brother? You would detest it." This vivid imagery highlights the severity of the sin. Just as eating a corpse is repulsive, so is speaking ill of others in their absence. The Prophet Muhammad also emphasized the dangers of gossip, stating that backbiting can destroy good deeds as fire burns wood. This growing discomfort is a sign of spiritual and emotional growth. Your conscience now rejects negativity, urging you toward kindness and restraint. Instead of participating in harmful talk, you may redirect conversations or defend the absent. This shift reflects a purified heart, one that seeks mercy, avoids sin, and values the dignity of others. Craving silence. Over noise in a world filled with constant chatter, endless notifications, group chats buzzing with gossip, and social media demanding attention, you find yourself withdrawing. What once felt exciting now feels overwhelming, even draining. The noise that used to keep you engaged now leaves you exhausted, craving moments of quiet instead. This shift isn't about isolation, but about preserving mental peace. You no longer feel the need to be part of every conversation or stay updated on every trend. Instead, you seek depth, meaningful exchanges, comfortable silences, and time alone to reflect. The mind, tired of superficial interactions, starts rejecting empty distractions in favor of stillness. Psychologists suggest this change often comes with emotional maturity. As priorities evolve, so does the need for genuine connection over mindless chatter. The Quran and Hadith also emphasize the value of mindful speech and silence. Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him speak good or remain silent." Bukhari. This wisdom aligns with your growing preference for purposeful words over noise. Choosing silence isn't withdrawal from life, it's a step toward deeper presence, In the quiet, you rediscover clarity, recharge your spirit, and reconnect with what truly matters. The body and soul signaling change. Have you noticed how your body reacts when surrounded by negativity? A sudden heaviness in your chest, unexplained fatigue, or an instinctive urge to walk away. These physical cues are more than just stress. They're signals from your soul, rejecting what no longer aligns with your inner growth. Even if you don't consider yourself deeply religious, you might feel an unexplainable pull toward purity, avoiding gossip, toxic environments, or hollow distractions. This discomfort isn't random. It's a sign of spiritual awakening. The heart, in Islamic teachings, is a compass. When it feels uneasy around sin or negativity, it's a form of fitra, natural inclination toward goodness. The Prophet said, "Sin is that which wavers in your heart and which you dislike people finding out about." Muslim. Your body's reactions, whether tension, restlessness, or a drained spirit, are reminders to seek what nourishes the soul rather than depletes it. As you evolve, old habits that once felt normal now feel jarring. Loud arguments, mindless consumerism, or toxic relationships may leave you emotionally exhausted. This isn't withdrawal from life. It's your soul's way of demanding higher vibrations. Listening to these signals leads to a more peaceful existence, where inner harmony outweighs external validation, the danger of "I'll change later." We often tell ourselves, "I'll start praying regularly tomorrow," "I'll quit that bad habit next week," or "Once things settle down, I'll focus on self-improvement." But days turn into months, and months into years, while we remain stuck in the same cycles, delaying the change we know we need. Instead of nurturing our souls, we chase worldly validations, obsessing over social media likes, promotions, or material gains, while neglecting the state of our hearts. The Prophet Muhammad warned against this trap of procrastination. He advised rigorous self-accountability, saying, "Take account of yourselves before you are taken to account on Judgment Day." Hadith at-Tirmidhi. The companions would regularly reflect on their actions, correcting themselves before small errors became entrenched habits. Yet today, we delay repentance and self-reform, assuming we have unlimited time, when in reality, every moment is a fleeting chance to grow closer to Allah. Breaking free from later requires honesty and urgency. Start small, a nightly self-reflection, replacing one harmful habit with a righteous one, or dedicating even 5 minutes to Quran before sleep. The key is consistency, not grand, delayed overhauls. Because death doesn't wait for us to be ready, and the best time to change was yesterday. The next best time? Now. Small shifts lead to real change. True transformation rarely happens overnight. More often it unfolds in quiet, consistent choices, pausing before reacting in anger, reducing mindless screen time, or walking away from gossip. These small acts may seem insignificant, but like drops filling a bucket, they accumulate into profound change. The Prophet emphasized steady improvement, saying, "The most beloved deeds to Allah are those done consistently, even if small." Bukhari. A major shift occurs when you stop seeking validation from people and instead focus on pleasing Allah. You might decline an invitation to sin, not out of fear of being caught, but because you value His approval over temporary acceptance. This internal reorientation, choosing the sunnah over trends, or silence over useless speech, marks real growth. Yet none of this is possible without dua. A sincere whisper of, "Ya Allah, guide me back to what truly matters," holds immense power. It acknowledges your need for Him and invites His aid in sustaining change. Because in the end, it's not about perfection, but the sincerity of returning, again and again, to what nourishes the soul. The urgency of preparing for the Akhirah. This world is nothing more than a fleeting stop on our journey to the hereafter. Just as a traveler doesn't build a permanent home on the road, we shouldn't become so attached to this temporary life that we forget our ultimate destination. Every day is an opportunity, either to invest in our eternal home or waste time chasing illusions. The Prophet advised, "Live in this world as though you are a stranger or a wayfarer." Bukhari. A reminder to stay light, focused, and purposeful. Powerful nightly habit is asking yourself, what did I send ahead for tomorrow? Not tomorrow in this life, but the day of judgment. Was it a good deed, a sincere repentance, or an act of kindness? Or was it wasted hours, heedlessness, or sins that add to your burden? The Quran warns, "And fear a day when you will be returned to Allah. Then every soul will be compensated for what it earned, and they will not be wronged." 281. The remembrance of death isn't meant to paralyze us with fear, but to awaken urgency. It softens the heart, cuts through procrastination, and fuels sincere tawbah. Because when the angel of death arrives, there are no second chances, only what we've prepared. So ask yourself today, if this were my last night, would I be proud of what I'm leaving behind?